Meanwhile, the government has extended exemption on the use of old currency notes till December 15th. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviewed the demonetization situation at a special cabinet meet this evening. The government has decided to allow the use of old 500 rupee notes for essential items, that is at fuel stations, hospitals and government schools as well, till the 15th of December. Let's go across to WION's Chief Domestic Correspondent Kartikeya Sharma, who joins us on the phone line right now. Kartikeya, take us through some of these latest new measures that have been announced by the government.
The cabinet has ended 5 minutes back, and I've been told that the Prime Minister has briefed all the ministers to push a credit-based economy. He has asked all his ministers to push for e-wallet-based transaction system so that the country can shift in a year's time from cash-based economy to credit-based economy. And coming back to the issue of the announcement which he has made, the most prominent was that the way our economy depends on the highways, which is the trucking economy, for which the government has made the announcement that they will be able to use the old notes of 500 and 1,000 rupees currency for some more time, because that has been the most important development. And a lot of ministries, at least from Ministry of Commerce and others, have made a plea to the Prime Minister saying that certain sectors are suffering immensely and payments are not being made to labor. And because of it, there is a great fear that the GDP might contract in a very irreversible way. The Prime Minister has made the leeway so that the liquidity exists in market and they can go forward with their transactions. Aisha?
So, Kartikeya, the government is trying to put a positive spin on these latest measures that are being brought in as a way to ease the life of the common man. But the opposition has been targeting the government, saying these can be looked at as rollbacks and adjustments, going to show that they weren't prepared. What sort of impact will this latest move then have on the tussle that's going on between the two?
Well, this has already created an impact. The agrarian sector, the labor-intensive sector, for example, sector where a lot of people are involved in making of products, is highly affected because of lack of liquidity in market. So what has happened is the government, in terms of rejigging certain norms, have concentrated on these sectors. And that is why these new announcements in terms of providing liquidity in certain sectors have come forward. Opposition on 28th will organize a nationwide protest or nationwide one, and all other political parties will participate. When I spoke to Sitaram Yechury, he categorically told me that we'll march in different directions but strike together, which means that opposition, for the first time after so many years, Aisha, has united on this issue of demonetization. But the only, I would say that only thing which goes in the favor of the government is that they have announced these measures midway, which means that the Prime Minister will have the budget of 2017, 2018 and 2019 to set his standard clear, which means that he can announce a lot of ameliorative effects, which means that he has a buffer. But the patience of the people still can be tested. Sometimes good economics, Aisha, can make for really bad politics.
Right, Kartikeya, perhaps a preemptive strike by the Narendra Modi government in that case. We'll have to wait and watch how that plays out in terms of both how the opposition and the common man react. On that note, Kartikeya Sharma, thanks so much for joining us with those details on that story.